Let's slow this a bit. Ooh, I'm heated today. Yeah, I can still fit this after 19 years. You know what I'm saying? But listen, first I want to say congratulations to the 2018 team, all the coaches, all the players, all the fans. Y'all deserve it. Definitely going hard work in and out the classroom. I wasn't there for every game, but you know what I'm saying? I took my son out of school to see something special. I knew it was going to happen because I came in here that day and I looked and I saw my coat hanging up and I'm like, oh yeah, we got this. We got this. But also seeing them pray, man, that's something powerful. See, people understand. See, God don't pick winners, but he'll put you in position to win. And they've been preparing all season. Heard it started in January. So congratulations to y'all, to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Keep pushing to y'all kids that's going off to college. Know that I'm praying for you. I'm proud of you. Want to see you make it. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. That's why they call us the City of Champions. But let's get into this debate. Now, we want to know who the best team, right? So who the best team? And I played on some great teams. But how about this? We talk about the 90 team, you know, who they had and everything. And I remember growing up hearing Lorenzo Styles' name and, you know what I'm saying? And then we look at, you know, playing for the 95, 96 team, got a state championship my sophomore year and everything like that. And then my junior year, we should have won that. You know, there was some complications, but I ain't gonna get into that. We ain't gonna talk about the truth. So, and then looking at the teams that could have went, I think in 2015 runner up was that close. And then this amazing team, the 2018 team, undefeated, 15-0. And so people go back and people say, now understand this. Let's get to opinion, right? Is a view or judgment formed about something not necessarily based on fact or knowledge. Ooh. So what happens is sometimes people have facts, but that don't always equate to the truth. You know, I saw some posts and some people were like, this is the greatest team that I saw, the 90s team. And some people said 95, 96 team and everything like that. Then they were talking about how some people said that, you know, compared to the competition, well, it's not the 2018 fault that the competition was different. But look at it this way as too. The 2018 had, it was harder because the city ain't like it used to be back then, you know what I'm saying, where people can get shot at and stuff like that. That's a lot of stuff to really dealing with as a team. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get killed the next day, you know, for just walking home with, you know what I'm saying, with your cell phone. But how about this? How about we talk about the truth, the greatest team, right? So I'm going to tell you who's the greatest team out of 90, 95, 96, and 2018 team. Watch this. They were all great in their area, the era. Why do we compare teams and stuff like that? I mean, why do we say, well, this team is that, could have been like that? Listen, we'll never know because they'll never play. And I know how people can say, well, this team is bigger and this team will dominate and it's like this. You never know. I've seen great teams, you know, fumble and then just dismantle. But look at it this way. That's why it's called the City of Champions. It don't say, like if you look at that picture, it say football, volleyball. It don't say what team on there because it's not supposed to. We are the City of Champions. That's what we supposed to do. And listen, everybody should be great anyway because, you know what I'm saying, listen, I got records broken. Records are meant to be broken. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. I got family on the team and stuff like that. I'm happy to see my little cousins ball out, you know what I'm saying, players that I played with, coached and everything like that, to see that, to come back and give all that knowledge and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It was time. Listen, we should be winning championships like that anyway. And with all this stuff happening in our city, we should come together. It's too much happening. Too much in our city is getting talked about and everything. But let's get to the word though. So, you know, I ain't gonna be long. Ephesians 4:29, let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. This is a 108-year-old serial community. Farrell, right? So the number 8 means new beginning. It's time for a new beginning. There's too much stuff happening in our communities. Verse 31, let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. Verse 32, be ye kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as God, for Christ's sake, has forgiven you. So understand this, right? That's what it's about. But that's what it's about, right? Because you know what's happening? So many people move away from Farrell and they put their mouth on Farrell, that they're speaking curses and stuff like this. And I'm talking to you, if this is what you're doing, you moved away and you're successful, whether you're in Arizona, California, wherever, Illinois, if you ain't got nothing good to say about Farrell, shut your mouth. Because I'm telling you, all you're doing is speaking curses on something. And it says what? If you speaking curses on something, see, the world calls it karma, but the Bible says you reap what you sow. So you sit over there speaking curses, and what you think is going to happen to your own children? So let's look at the word, right? The disobedience of Pharaoh fell back on his son. Remember that. But again, you don't need to speak nothing. You got out. That's it. These kids got to get out. And if you did something and you made it out, why don't you go back and give back to the city? That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I go back home, I speak life into them kids. You know, when I speak and I see somebody or somebody come out of jail or prison, you know what I ask them? I said, you going to stay out? People want us to fail. People always hated Farrell because they've been great. One thing I could say about my city, you know, and I wasn't born there. Most people don't know that, but I was born in Chicago, but I lived there for a long time ever since I was little. One thing I know about that city is that city taught me a lot. That city taught me that no matter who you go up against, Farrell will prepare you. Because one thing about Farrell, if you don't perform, even on the playground or, you know, when we play street football, you will get talked about. So it propelled me to be better. People don't understand, man. I got a lot of my skills from the street football because I had to play better, you know what I'm saying? But understand this, and then, you know, being a sophomore and everything like that, going up against, you know, Bucky, Chico, Bush, you know what I'm saying? DeMarco, you know what I'm saying? All of them cats, Marino, you know what I'm saying? All of them cats, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I had to get better. I had to run, you know what I'm saying? Even Brian Boatwright, God rest his soul. But I'm just saying, man, you know what I'm saying? With all due respect, man, to my city, I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Know that I'm coming back. And I'm telling you, when I make it, y'all gonna make it. I'm coming back and I'm gonna do something special. I'm saying it right now so y'all can see it. But again, congratulations to all the parents and everything. Keep praying. You know what I'm saying? We got to speak life. Too much is just happening. We just lost a soul, you know what I'm saying, in Jamel. And listen, we got to put our differences to the side. We got to stop hating on one another. We got to start encouraging one another. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Bible says pray for your enemies. Enemies in the dictionary mean anybody causing hatred in your life. You know, and I don't mean you got to have tea and crumpets, but just pray for them. You know what I'm saying? It's so much influence. People want to take down the city of champions. I remember, you know, when we played Aliquippa, you know, they ended up playing them 3 years in a row and they didn't even want to play us no more. You know what I'm saying? Because it was, you know, we were black. They were black. It was like, oh, we gonna get up. And I remember there being in that cold game, man. And you know what I'm saying? I even play, you know what I'm saying? And then I had them pants on. They made me get my pants to Rennie Gash, man, because his pants was too big. I'm like, dang. I'm like, you know you ain't getting in when they take your pants. Coach like, give me them pants, man. Oh, man. But you know what? I love my city, man. And I was telling somebody, you know, sometimes when they be like, I was telling somebody, you know, here where I live at, you know, he was like, man, I can't stand them white people that act black and stuff like that. I said, let me tell you something. I said, the white people that act black, I said, you ever seen them shoot up somebody like Columbine? You ever seen them just kill people? I said, no, they don't do that. Let them be, man. They cool. If they want to be like us, that's cool. You know, and vice versa, whatever the case may be, man. But at the end of the day, we grow up, man. You know, so we grew up together. What that got to do with it? It ain't color, man. Everybody knew that Farrell was family. No matter what color you grew up, man, was family, man. There's some people that you can ride with, and that's it. It ain't got to be about color. But I'm about to go. But this is what I'm saying again, man. Let's heal. The city needs to heal. And we just won states, man. Something big, man. It has never been done. In Farrell history, you know, going 15-0, man. And these kids is being, you know, going to, you know, school and all of that stuff and doing all that, man. You know, saying, let's heal. So that's what I say about who's the greatest. Love y'all.